Tonight on Shattered, the first extreme signs of sleep deprivation.
Oh, behaves.
Welcome to Shattered, Britain's ultimate test of will. Only 5 contestants remain, and they're attempting to endure an entire week of sleep deprivation. So far, they've struggled through 135 hours. If they can hang in there until Saturday's final, they stand to win £97,000. Incredible. But that is a big if, because today things got pretty serious in the lab, and the most extreme effects of sleep deprivation kicked in. So let's have a look at our remaining participants now. There's Christopher. Now, we're seeing Christopher's story all the way through the show today. He showed all the signs of drunk-like behaviour that our experts, to be fair, predicted. We're down to one girl now, remember. The experts said a quiet, confident woman could win this. Could that be Claire S? There she is. She's developed spots, she's developed hallucinations. Yesterday, she thought the lab was a tube station. And this morning, she was quite nauseous, but they're still calling her the Terminator. Then there's Dean, Jimmy and Jonathan, all absolutely exhausted, but all bearing up. So, we've gone from 10 contestants to 5. This is what happened after Claire M's elimination last night. Last night, battling duo Claire M and Dean fought it out in the live elimination challenge. It made for tense viewing.
Oh, I can't watch this.
Stick now if you like, or carry on. What would you like to do?
I can't watch this.
Dean, congratulations. You may now return to the lab. Your chance to still win. After a tie-break, Claire M became the 5th unlucky loser to be eliminated from the lab.
Oh, she's gone. Well done, mate. Oh, mate.
Oh my goodness, but we've lost the other Claire.
We'll look after you, love, don't you worry.
That's what I'm worried about.
Get you saying dirty words.
Dirty words.
The 5 remaining participants have now battled through 113 hours of sleep deprivation. To help them get through another long night in the lab, we have night school.
Hello. You guys?
Whoa!
Today's international expert is Curtis Bristow from New Zealand, a Maori. He embarks on an informal introduction.
Korihi te manu I runga nei tā kiri mai te ata. Kaua te āti hei mauri ora. Ko te take o tōku tū I tēnei pō, he whakaaturia ki a koutou katoa, ētahi o ngā āhuatanga o tōku ake iwi ara o te iwi Māori. Ka hoki rā koutou ki te āta whakaako, I ngā koha kōrero māku e tiko atu ki a koutou katoa I tēnei haere I tēnei pō. Kamate, kāraka! Pane te tangata, huru nānau, tiki mai whakapiti te ōraka! Kamate, kāraka! Pane te tangata, huru nānau, tiki mai whakapiti te
It's the line thing at the end.
The haka is the traditional dance that warriors performed before going into battle, and is designed to be as intimidating and macho as possible. The room is awash with testosterone.
I think you guys are ready for the next section. That's it. You don't need to stand up. Your actions are just more like this.
Fortunately for sole female survivor Claire, there's also a version for the ladies.
It's just the same as the men, just you stand up straight and there's the one. That's it. There's the one. That's it. Don't whack too hard, just the tap. You don't even need to whack yourself, just... Yeah.
Learning a series of dance moves and memorising an utterly alien language is a tough task for the sleepyheads.
This is the hard bit. Tēnei te tangata. Tangata.
Say tangata. Tangata.
That's it.
Tangata.
Tangata.
Dean in particular is struggling.
Tēnei te tangata puhuru puhuru. Tēnei te tangata puhuru
the endurance warrior finally hit the wall,
no, it's just elimination. I think that's what's got me down. There was a lot of adrenaline pumping, and when I come back in from winning my challenge, it was like I was a bit sort of spaced out from it.
We'll go from the top again, eh? Keep repetition.
I just felt like physically drained, which I haven't felt in the whole of this competition.
After a full hour of Maori come dancing, even Dean manages to bring it all together for the final performance. At the start of the Shatter competition, the hot tip from the sleep experts was that a woman would eventually walk away with the grand prize. The belief was well founded. Researchers revealed a distinct difference in the way genders handle sleep deprivation. It's assumed that because of the broken sleep caused by childcare responsibilities, women have become better adapted to cope with sleep deprivation. And yet all the women have been eliminated from the competition, bar one. At least Claire can always rely on new man Dean for support.
Right. Whoever falls asleep, apart from you, Claire, gets a kick. That would wake you up, wouldn't it?
I love being
That
a
could be
woman
seen
in
as-
an old bloke's group. I don't get any of the hassle. Wait a minute. I'm expected to do all the cleaning then.
You're the Terminator, though. I mean, you're going to eat us all for breakfast.
Well, congratulations on being the only woman here.
Score.
Congratulations.
You are now representing for
You are
whole
actually. You
of-
think about it. You're
the
actually
whole of
representing
women in England.
How's it feel?
Psychology
How do you feel,
experiment.
though? How do you feel about that?
No, I'm going to show you.
Seriously,
Give
women
them what
all
we've
over the
got.
country are watching you and looking to you.
Looking up to you.
Yeah,
Mega.
and wanting you to win, you can bet your
but it's not going to happen, so go home.
I'll buy that for $1.
Later on, that comes later on.
No, I think you are
There's
going to
something
be
that's...
very worthy competition.
Of course I am. I've got a lot of people that I've got to show and
Go to
stand up.
sleep for a little while.
Since Claire walked into the lab 5 days ago, she's been one of the toughest contenders. Her physical stamina has been second to none.
Why am I not getting tired?
And when the going gets tough, she's combined good sense and a steely determination to see her through.
Claire S.
She's just Terminator.
She is the
Doesn't stab it,
Terminator.
does she?
She is a Terminator.
Why don't you get tired? You don't need sleep for 4
Talk to
days.
myself for
Ridiculous
an
woman.
hour.
Because she's too weird to get tired.
I'm pretty sure if I set my mind to it and do what I've done previously, I can survive.
She's the Terminator. You know Terminator 3? That is her.
My nickname being the Terminator, it's an interesting one. I've always got I have like reserved energy, so if all of a sudden I need an outburst of energy, I can use it.
I don't want to get thrashed by a 19-year-old woman, bubbly girl.
You can't get rid of me. I'm the only girl.
I can't believe she's so bouncy and alert.
I'm 19.
We've been robbed somewhere along the line. What's going on?
I really don't care how this nation perceives me after this. All I want to do is win the money and have
Yeah.
a good time.
But it's not only her stamina which has impressed the boys.
And he said something along the lines that, by the way, I think you're really beautiful, or something like that. And I was like, okay, I think you need some sleep. You're just sleep deprived.
Oh, shut up.
I've got to get through to the final, I really do, and I really, really am going to win it. I have to.
One symptom of sleep deprivation that everyone can relate to is yawning. Sleep experts are still unsure why we yawn, but they do know that the average yawn lasts about 6 seconds. Reading about yawning can make you yawn, and 55% of people will yawn within 5 minutes of seeing someone else yawn.
With those statistics in mind, we decided to conduct our own test to see how contagious yawning can be. Our participants, now sleep-deprived for 115 hours, were asked simply to sit in silence and watch a video of yawning. Would they crack and yawn themselves?
I know what this is testing. No one yawn. Do not yawn.
Don't say the Y word.
Is that what I look like?
Seeing people yawn definitely makes me want to yawn. But I think we saw that video as a challenge rather than as an experiment, and so we fought against the yawning kind of reflex.
I think people see it as a slippery slope, and if you start yawning, then then your head rolls back, and you feel more tired, and so to stop yourself doing that and losing money, then you stop yourself yawning.
4 minutes in, and while they may not be yawning, Dean is certainly flagging. But after half an hour, the only yawning we saw was on the screen.
So, Claire S is our last remaining girl in there since Claire M left last night. Yeah. And now I'm joined by Claire M. And I might add her lovely new glamorous hairstyle. Ooh, go on, shake it again. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Thanks, Paul, at the salon.
OK, we've brought you back to just help us explain what's actually going on in there, how it is in there. But you haven't had a full night's sleep yourself, have you?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Can't sleep.
You can't sleep?
No, I can't sleep.
OK. And so don't, like, pass out on me now, all right?
No, that's not going to happen.
You lasted an incredible 111 hours. How do you feel about that?
Chuffed.
Yeah, I bet you.
Yeah, very
obviously
proud.
disappointed, but very chuffed. OK.
Mm-hmm.
There's highs and lows. Talk us through about your time in there.
The first 3 days, I think, were quite routine for me. I did have tired times, usually around 4 in the morning, and then they run through. It varied how long they last, up to 7 a.m. I think mostly, where I was continually dunking my head in cold water sinks, showering, running around. But on the Tuesday, I didn't get through it. Didn't come through the other side. It just continued.
So the day came and you were crying?
Oh.
Well, yeah, I just carried on walking through.
Yeah, you look really scared.
How do you deal with them? How do you get through them? Because you did.
Yeah, it was just the top tips. You had to use the tips that we all, if you notice, we were all using similar things to help us through them, like the cold water, great. On the back of the neck, on your wrists, and the top of your head and face.
And how important was it to work as a team in there?
Really important. If there was any divide in that house, then I don't think anyone would be where they are.
Any more than the momentary divide, anyway?
Yeah, that was only a couple of minutes.
Yeah, OK. Yeah, I enjoyed coming in then. OK, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Claire M. OK, coming up, find out what happened when Chris hit the wall. We will see you after a break. Welcome back to Shatep, where our 5 contestants have currently been sleep-deprived for 135 hours. Since they last had a full night's sleep, there have been 9,186 children born in the UK, and your average 4-year-old will have asked you 2,430 questions. That's 18 questions an hour. So, yesterday the cracks there were beginning to show. It was a day of irritation and a day of argument. Today, they've all hit the wall, and they're focused on fighting the overwhelming urge to sleep. Here's what happened in the small hours of last night.
Next on the nightly agenda is the You Snooze, You Lose challenge, a solo slumber-inducing task which one of the participants must face each night. Chris did the challenge yesterday and so is ineligible, but one of the group has a tough hour ahead.
Tonight's You Snooze, You Lose challenge is to stay awake whilst watching paint dry. You've now got 5 minutes as a group to decide which of you want to take the challenge.
Well,
Well, should we have some way of deciding how so that you want to do?
if you guys wanted to back... Huh?
Have you done? Oh, you
I
done
said
one
teddy
with
bear.
it?
Okay,
If you guys didn't want to do it, I'd do it, because I just talk my way through.
I'm quite keen.
It's you.
It's you, Jonathan.
Jonathan, talk to yourself.
Yeah, I think that's
Great.
I'll sink yourself.
Okay, do you want to get yourselves into the medical room?
Once Jonathan is seated comfortably, the paint job can commence. For the next 60 minutes, Jonathan will have nothing but a slow-drying 3-foot square patch of paint for company. The challenge is perhaps the toughest yet. Physical and mental stimulation are vital aids to staying awake. Jonathan has neither.
It's mad, yeah. I think because the amount of time we've been awake for, time is getting shorter for us. I think time is condensing in itself.
I've experienced that. Every time I look at my watch, 2 hours seems to have gone by. And I don't feel like I'm not looking at my watch much. It's just that, like, it seems to be going much faster than normal.
Yeah.
I'm mentally gearing myself to be prepared to feel like absolute for the majority of tomorrow.
Yeah.
That way,
that's been a pattern, isn't it?
if I do feel like, but listen to this though, if I do feel like, then fair enough. You know, I'll be cool with that. If I don't, then it's a bonus. Now,
Yeah. No, you guys, I'm going to make a promise to you and say that I will do my utmost best to help you guys out.
Right now, Jonathan would appreciate that kind of support. But will whistling be enough to stop the inevitable? Against all the odds, Jonathan keeps a clean sheet and the prize fund remains intact.
I would never give up. They'd have to say, okay, it's done.
You can win some money back tomorrow.
Well done, Sunshine.
Thank you. It was all right.
What did you have to do?
Oh, you stare. They have a canvas and they put some paint on, and then just white paint, and then leave you to watch it in a big chair.
It's interesting.
Can you
It was fascinating. Oh, that was tiring.
At this advanced stage of sleep deprivation, the group are relying on each other to keep themselves awake.
There we go, we're on 120 hours now. And the three of us all looking a bit slitty-eyed. Maybe we have to stand up.
maybe I need to get myself outside of some cold water.
Yeah, let's have a wander outside and for a breath of air.
The participants are perfectly safe under medical supervision in the controlled, cushioned environment of the lab. But with this level of sleep deprivation, if they were to attempt many of their normal day-to-day activities, such as driving, it would be a different matter. Fortunately, the group have a visitor to help them divert their minds from all thoughts of sleep.
Hey.
Chris is beginning to exhibit more acute signs of extreme sleep loss. With his speech becoming slurred and his movements less controlled, he appears almost as if he is drunk. Sleepy drunk. Chris leaves the class in the hope that the fresh air of the garden will revive him. the cold water treatment fails to snap him out of his slump, Chris opts for another quick fix: physical exercise. But after 20 minutes outside, Chris is unable to halt his slide towards sleep.
OK, so Chris really struggling in the lab there. I'm now joined by shattered psychiatrist Dr. Gareth Smith and shattered sleep expert Neil Stanley to talk about what is going on in there. OK, Neil, what is going on in there?
I mean, as we can see, Chris really has hit the wall, and it's absolutely textbook case. I mean, it's really fascinating to see him do this. But he's drunk, essentially, and it's purely due to extreme tiredness that he's acting like this.
You seen this before?
I've never seen it before, other than on grainy video from the 60s and reading about it in textbooks. So it's been very interesting to witness it, but also witness the recovery that he made after a sleep.
OK, well, we've got a clip of him slurring here. Let's take a look.
What do you think?
What time is it?
Should we get you some eye drops? And I've got some cucumber eye gel.
My stomach is like that big, it just needs to go down a bit.
Alright. I've got some cucumber eye gel as well. Difference, moving a bit of that on your eyelids. I think you've got to have some sleep.
I can explain to you how bad I am at the moment. You need to sit with me. Yeah. You need to sit with me.
Alright, okay. And will you keep an eye on him?
No, don't worry.
You need to make sure I don't close my eyes. So sick of it.
OK, what we have to stress here is the fact that they're under constant supervision from both you guys and the nurse. And as you'll find out later on in the show, you know, Chris does improve. But how does his situation, say, differ in the lab to how it would when he's out and about?
Well, as you know, from the lab's been made very, very safe. No corners, everything's padded, nothing that he can cause damage to himself with. And as you say, we're under constant supervision. So he can go through this, but I mean, this is like a junior doctor after a heavy week. Would you imagine this person operating on you?
Sure.
And so we have to sort of stress that. They've looked good up to now, and, it's not that it's easy to do it. They're in an environment where they can do this.
Yeah, just very briefly, we've got to wind this up, but what do you do when people are like that? Because you've been talking to them all day.
Sure, put them to sleep.
Yeah?
Basically, yep, give him a kip, and that's what we decided to do. I mean, both Neil and I were concerned about how he was looking, and we wanted to protect his dignity. He went to sleep, and as we'll see later, he woke up and got a fresh burst of energy.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, guys, for your science. As always, find out what happened to Chris when he woke up from this morning's nap after the break. Welcome back to Shattered. 5 contestants remain, and it's definitely way past their bedtime. OK, we've seen Dean hit his first real slump after winning the Elimination Challenge last night. We've seen Claire S. prove she deserves the name of the Terminator. And we've also seen Chris with the most extreme symptoms of sleep deprivation. He looked like he was drunk, he was slurring his words, struggling to stand up, and our shattered psychiatrist and sleep expert told us to put him to bed. So, all the participants had 2 hours sleep at midday today. This is what happened afterwards.
15 minutes after their sleep bank, the group received some more welcome news.
Today, lunch is served in the medical room.
Wow.
Loads of spare.
I'll go and get some diggers. We've got plates. Shaved parmesan and parma ham. Very nice.
I can't believe this. This is brilliant. Are these salmon? Oh no, these are hams. Whoa, salmon. Extreme.
Got a bit of parma ham.
Oh, I wouldn't mind, actually.
Shall we sort you out some breakfast? Are you alright?
I thought I was on the Osbournes. That's how completely spaced out I was.
Why can't I stay away?
Hmm?
You can. It's just the morning. The morning.
Stay away.
It was just absolutely awful. I lost all reality, just went.
What's wrong with me?
It's not. It's just really hard to stay awake in the morning, isn't it? Nothing's wrong with you at all, sweet.
Having a problem?
I didn't even... Do you know what? I'm looking at these other 4 people. I didn't know... I thought... At one point, I thought we were in a band.
Do you know what you have to keep doing, Chris?
What?
Drinking water.
God bless her. Claire's sitting there kind of mothering me. I thought at one point she was my granddaughter and I was this old man. And it was strange. It was one of the most weird experiences ever.
I feel really sorry for him. He's really struggling.
Yeah.
You guys, we're just going to have to do everything we can.
I mean, he was all right yesterday, wasn't he?
Chris.
Last night, yeah.
We're just going to have to do everything
I reckon
we
he'll
can.
snap out of it.
I reckon he will too.
Chris, you're going to snap out of it, mate.
Do you know what? Your speech is not slowing so much at the moment.
In addition to the slap-up lunch, Gareth, the shattered psychiatrist, drops in to check how everyone's doing.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. We're all a bit...
Disorientated as we normally are. Wake up, it's like, ugh.
The analogy I looked on it is a bit like a roller coaster. Okay, that, you know, you've got 2 cars on a roller coaster and they're both at different points on the thing as it goes round. If there's one person up, one person down, you get a balance. You say share the load, you know.
Exactly.
Take your turns at being carer.
Gotta say that I never saw myself going down that hard that quickly.
Yeah.
That was so sudden. It literally just hit me like that.
Fully fed and bolstered by his chat with Gareth, Chris emerges rejuvenated and back to his former self.
I just woke up again and realised who I was and where I was and what was going on again, whereas before I honestly didn't have a clue. Well, I'm back, guys.
Well done.
I'm actually back.
Is that really Chris?
Yes, it is. Do you know how I'm going to prove it?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's good to be back. Good to be back.
Welcome back.
You've done pretty well, actually.
See? Absolutely mental. So, with all that's been going on, did they sleep illegally today or not? Let's go into the lab and find out. Okay, here we go. Hello, participants!
Hello.
Hey. That was rubbish. I expect a... Hey! It's just for you, as much as it is for me. How are we all doing? All right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, first things first, never actually mind how you are doing. My feelings are slightly hurt because it transpires several people have been doing what I call limp-wristed impressions of. Let's take a look at a quick montage.
No!
He sounded just like him.
All right, okay. So, how are we doing? Great. Sit down. How are you all feeling?
That's
Now
Jimmy!
the accent's on.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good, yeah.
Give me some reaction!
The most important rule here is that every time you close your eyes for more than 10 seconds, the prize money drops by £1,000.
Oops. Okay, well, be that as it may, that's exactly why I'm here. Before we go any further, Chris, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm cool.
We've been seeing a lot of you today, and you've got some friends out there, and, you know, so I want to hear a big whoop from you.
So obviously I'm up for elimination then.
We've got some friends out there. We've all got some friends out there. Okay. Remember, guys, like we said, every time you close your eyes for 10 seconds, we do deduct £1,000 from the prize fund. This time yesterday, you're playing for £97,000. The big question is, how much are you playing for now? What do you reckon?
96.
Okay. Fairly straightforward. Let's take a look. The classic style bunny react. Wonderful. Okay, every day we also give you the chance to win back £1,000 by competing against me in the O'Leary versus the Weary challenge. Yesterday, Dean trounced me in 4 in a row. It says that here, all right? I have to say that. Today it was ping pong, and this is what happened.
Today's Weary versus O'Leary challenge, a game of ping pong. After a short discussion, Jimmy was man enough to step forward and take on the O'Leary. First to 21 points wins.
1 to the Weary.
Good, Jimmy!
That's 2 to O'Leary.
Come on, Jim. Take your time, mate.
That's 5 to O'Leary. Oh. That's 6.
Yeah.
7 to Jimmy.
They may have been sleep deprived for 122 hours, but I'm the king of ping pong.
This is match point.
Come on.
In praise.
Oh, well done, Demi.
Well done.
One up,
one up.
Loving Claire there, she went, oh yeah. Well done, Dermy.
Bear in mind, I was feeling sick then.
Okay. I bet you did. You just lost £1,000. Okay. Okay, so it's all in one now. You haven't won any extra money, but you did lose £1,000 from the illegal sleep the last 24 hours. That means now you're playing for £96,000, but 135 hours down. That's a brilliant total, so you should be congratulating yourselves on that, okay? Yep. Okay. Now, as you know, only one person's going to walk away with that money, so tonight one of you has to go. So, we get on to the eliminations. The participants who face tonight's elimination will be the 3 people who showed the most deterioration in this morning's scientific tests. I've got the results of the test right here. The 3 people who are up for elimination tonight are... Chris? Dean? Okay, you 2 guys haven't had good days, right? And Jimmy. Tonight's challenge will be a test of mental flexibility. Have a couple of minutes to prepare yourselves properly. Good luck, guys. See you in a minute.
See you, Dan.
Oh, mate.
I can't
God. Again.
Told you I was going to do... Hey! Right,
maybe. Good luck. You will. Good luck, you 2. I can't believe that.
You are the Terminatrix.
So, it's Christopher, Dean and Jimmy facing elimination. One of them is going to be going home tonight. Join us after the break to find out who. Welcome back to Shattered. The 5 people are fighting the overwhelming urge to sleep in an attempt to become Britain's ultimate endurance champion. So far, they've endured 135 hours of sleep deprivation, but one of them has got to leave tonight in tonight's live elimination challenge. Christopher, Dean and Jimmy are going to be battling out to get their place in the Shattered Lab and their chance to win £96,000. Tonight's elimination challenge will test their mental flexibility. A classic symptom of sleep deprivation is that vocabulary becomes more limited and it becomes harder to articulate yourself. That's exactly what we're going to be testing tonight. I'm about to call through our first contestant. Christopher.
Dermot.
Thank you. Will you please make your way to the elimination room?
Yes, I will.
Dean.
Good luck, Chris, mate.
Dean and Jimmy. Dean and Jimmy, please put your headphones on. Thank you.
Good luck, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Dermot.
Okay, pay attention. These are the rules of tonight's challenge, okay? All you have to do is name as many single words as you can think of that begin with the same letter. You'll have 1 minute on the clock. You are not allowed to use names or places. Any repetition will be discounted. You need to speak as clearly as you possibly can. The contestant with the lowest score will get eliminated. In the event of a tie, we go to the scientific test to reveal who the loser is. Do you understand?
Yes.
Great. Audience, please, no prompting. If you do, it'll be taken off your score, okay? I've got 3 different letters in these envelopes. So all you've got to do is pick an envelope, and the letter will be inside there, okay?
Okay. Sure. 1, please.
Okay, 1. So this is the letter. It has to begin the word. Okay. The letter is G, okay? So all your words have to begin with G. You've got 1 minute to do so, okay? I'll give you the minute on the clock in just a second. Minute on the clock, please. Okay. Good luck. Your time starts now.
Girth, garden, gate, getaway, ghastly, ghost, get, gale, gerbil,
30 seconds left.
okay, and Garth. That's it.
Any more?
No, that's it.
Okay. You've still got 10 seconds.
Oh, I still have 10 seconds, right, okay. Jeep. That's a J.
Okay, Christopher, well done. They all had 8 hours sleep last night, right? That's why they're cheering, okay? Well done. If you go and take your place over there, far in, I'll let you know the score in a minute, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, hello guys. Can you please tell Dean to remove his headphones and join me in the elimination room?
See you later, mate.
Bye, good luck.
Okay, pay attention. These are the rules of tonight's challenge. All you have to do is name as many single words as you can think of that begin with the same letter. The letter's in one of these envelopes, okay? You'll have 1 minute on the clock. You're not allowed to use names or places. Any repetition will be discounted. And you need to speak as clearly as you can. The contestant with the lowest score will be eliminated. And in the event of a tie, we refer to the scientific tests to reveal who the loser is. Understand? Okay. Once again, audience, please no prompting. If we hear a prompt, we have to deduct a score, so it doesn't help anyone, okay? I've got 2 different envelopes down here, and 2 different letters in them. Which one would you like?
2, please.
Okay. Okay. All your words have to begin with the letter H, okay? Clear? Okay, you've got 1 minute on the clock. Happy?
Yep.
Your time starts now.
High. Hide. Hidden. High chair. Hydro. Hyena. Hippopotamus. High heels. Hat. Hinge.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. Congratulations. If you go and take your place, please, Mr. Chris. Okay, lastly. Guys, could you please tell Jimmy to join us in the elimination room?
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
See you later.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Dad.
Okay, if you pay attention, these are the rules of tonight's challenge, okay? All you have to do is name as many single words as you can think of that begin with the same letter. You have 1 minute on the clock. You're not allowed to use any names or places. Any repetition will be discounted. You need to speak as clearly as you can. The contestant with the lowest score gets eliminated. In the event of a tie, we refer to the scientific tests to reveal who the loser is. Clear? Okay. Because you're the third person now, your letter is in this envelope, okay? Okay, all your words have to begin with the letter L, all right? You'll have a minute on the clock until you want to start. Clear? Okay, have a minute on the clock, please. Thank you. Your time starts now.
Lean, limb, lithe, luxury, limousine, left, low, love, loving, light, lorry, larder, lard, lamb, lumber, lady, lad, low, loose, loon, left, said left, leak, larynx, limb, leg, lead, lower, like, lichen, lift, loss.
Boy, oh boy. Okay, guys. Time to announce the results. Christopher, you got 10 points. Dean, you got 9 points. And Jimmy, you got 29 points.
Come on!
Please, guys.
It was a vocabulary thing.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That man.
Did you go hug your parents and everything?
It was just my sister and my two mates. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What was it? Tell us.
Get this.
Ladies and gentlemen, 135 hours. Please give up the bill.
I was sleeping earlier. I'm really, really knackered, you know, and I was thinking earlier, you know, if I do come out, I'll be happy because at least I'll be able to go to sleep. It's getting hard in there.
Yeah.
Today, everyone went through the meal, and
Today was the toughest day by far. You could just see it. Right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Chris had a bit of an ordeal. It's just getting to that point now where it's getting hard in
Well,
in
it's
the
close
house.
as well, and we had to eliminate you on one word. It's
Yeah.
1 point between you and Chris.
Yeah.
Tough, right?
My mind just went blank. I just couldn't think
Well,
of...
we did it in rehearsal, and I couldn't do it, and I slept last night, so you shouldn't be too bad about it. Just one last question. Now that you're out, who do you think can do it? I mean, they all can, obviously, but who do you
I
think
didn't want to say this when I was in there because I didn't want to sort of put in my head someone that I would have to compete against.
If you had to have one person, who would it be?
It would be Claire.
You think Claire?
She's going to do it, I think. If not Claire, it's going to be Jimmy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Dino. Okay. I'm going to be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m, when our participants will have been up for a staggering 159 hours. We genuinely don't know what will happen next, so make sure you join us tomorrow to find out. See you then. Take care.
Yeah, only today, and I was just thinking, right, that's it. If you make a few more comments than me, I will get absolutely mental. Oh, I don't mind. I really do.
But, you know, you've been a right, you've been a damn good
This is
lad.
Dean's coat, isn't
I
it?
don't really agree with stuff he's been saying, Gene.
Is this Dean's jacket? Is this Dean's?
That's mine.
That's yours.
She's a lady, she should be treated like a lady.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
she's not
not
exactly
Yeah.
some slap if
That's
I'm
No, she's anything but.
She's a nice girl, yeah. I talk to her like that.
No. If he was in tonight and he had been saying any of the stuff that it's been said, I would have known. I don't really want to do that on national
So,
TV.
no, well, and as well as that, it's good that you sort of pay your ways now and we can have a drink on Saturday and stuff, and, you know. But, you know, I think, you know, you'll miss him. I'll say miss him because he's such a good laugh. He's up for it.
I know, yeah. He's just so funny and explosive.
Yeah. I won't miss him falling asleep when and knocking the ground off him. Mind you, I want to talk.
Have you guys look at my sleep blotches? They're actually coming up.
Yeah,
Proper
did you see him?
blotches.
Oh, God.
Can you see?
A little bit, yeah.
How cool is that? I got all excited at this and I probably shouldn't have.
That was my perfect challenge.
Yeah,
so
that is
pleased.
really wicked. That is really,
My mum will
really
be well laid up. She'll be right proud of me now when I go to work.
29 he got, just results, she'll go.